Mike O'Mara Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
If we scrambled the jets, ladies and gentlemen, our fighters would be ready to get into the air. I came in a little late today, and we were putting everything together quickly. But even in that brief time, I know we've got a phenomenal show for you today because there's a lot of good stuff. And there's really, really good stuff when it comes to Rob Spiewak, because I want to talk to Rob Spiewak about something he has been promoting all week long. Is this Las Vegas or pre or post Vegas when you got back, when you wanted to talk about the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
I actually went to Popeyes and got it the day I returned, Monday. That Monday.
Go.
And it was good enough that I returned yesterday.
Oh, now hold on. Now before we get started, now see, that's you're jumping ahead. You're skipping ahead.
Well, no, but here's the
so.
deal, because there was a tie-breaking issue.
Really?
Yes, because there's two kinds of chicken sandwiches.
Well, the thing about Popeyes
right.
is that can someone enlighten me a little bit, because I haven't followed it that closely, the actual deal with Popeyes and all
You're
this
a fake
stuff
fatty,
going on.
first of all. Shame on you. You're a fake
I'm
fatty.
a fake fatty,
You're
but
a
not,
fake fatty. Every fatty in America knows these Popeyes chicken sandwiches are to die for. Literally, someone got stabbed and killed in Maryland for a Popeyes chicken
They
sandwich.
revealed them. I believe their debut was August.
I feel like it's an artificial demand at this point where...
No, I think the demand is real. I think the supply is what they fudged.
Artificial supply.
Yeah.
Because they said it sold out roughly 2 months ago. So that's
where the urgency was created.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact is that the sellout ploy, I think, followed the fact when they realized they really had something good on their hands. And then they wanted to double down.
Do you think their chicken and their fries were popular, or even their rice?
Their red beans
the
and
dirty
rice. That's the best. Absolutely.
Well,
the sandwich changed the game.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was fake urgency, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
It was phony urgency.
I asked a friend
that
works for Chick-fil-A, like corporate, and I said, "Hey man, how do you run out of chicken?"
Hey man,
he said, "Don't call me. It's Sunday."
And he said, I gotta be honest with you. Here at corporate, we think it's a fake, like supply issue, because they want to keep what it was the uproar, or like the furor throughout the holiday season.
This is a good sandwich? Yeah.
Yeah, this is einen good sandwich.
Yeah.
So why did you wait so long if it was...
Well, it hadn't been back that long.
You're a true fatty.
I am a true fatty.
Mike's a fake fatty.
It hadn't been back that long.
No, I'm a real fatty. Trust me. Thank you, Halo Top Salted Caramel, for making me feel like I'm doing something.
That's a light ice cream, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a fake ice cream.
Is it made of non-dairy creamer?
I don't know if it's non-dairy. Okay, stop.
Halo
stop.
Top sounds like something
Popeyes.
light.
It does.
All right, very good.
Sounds like something dissatisfying.
Yeah, it's like...
Sounds like
But
something
you know
with a
what
bad mouthfeel.
If you're looking for something special, the Halo Top Salted Caramel is a go-to, as I told my wife last night. But as far as the chicken sandwiches are concerned,
I'm so hungry.
They create this urgency by saying that they're
sold out.
Where does that start? Because in fast food, where they kill 3 million chickens,
all we have is chickens in this country.
Like
and
more
put
like
them in a freezer.
More like slow food. Am I right?
I mean, but it's just there's no such thing as a supply and demand issue when it comes to fast food. It's always there.
They created this
issue.
It
was a bun issue, and I was like, well, there's weed everywhere.
And we as Americans, we bought in and we ate it up. And we were all very excited when it came back. And there was countdown signs.
How long have you been wanting to do this? Since you saw the news story?
Since it debuted, I wanted to try it. And then,
you read about it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever actively drive by one and be like, I wonder if it's open?
I went through the Leesburg one and tried to order, even though there was a sign that said, we don't have a chicken sandwich. I said, and I'll have one chicken sandwich, please.
What compelled you in your research, in your deep dives? Because obviously you did.
Yes.
You read a lot about this sandwich. You bought into the hype. What compelled you most about the Sammy?
I had seen a lot of very positive online reviews, and also it said there was one
Anyone
review.
you'd like to name by any individuals giving a personal recommendation for that?
No, I don't believe anything. I think it was just stuff that I'd seen.
So the
in
initials
passing.
TA were not involved in it at all?
No, I don't
Or
believe so.
TP.
By the way, great picture of Rob and Tripp hugging on stage because Tripp,
Sweet.
Tripp loves the show. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
He's a big supporter, but he is a Rob model.
Know
He
this.
loves Rob Spiewak.
I remember that hug, and I let go first.
Really?
Yes, he wanted it
Okay.
to last, and why
All right.
wouldn't he?
Well,
but
no,
no, but nobody particular that I
let
can
go
recall.
first.
But the thing that I remember, one review says the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, mind you, is a good chicken sandwich. Although I don't like the organization, it's a good.
How
chicken
dare you?
Well, I'm not sure I like their political stance, and I don't like that they're open on Sunday.
I think they've
Not
let
open on
go.
Sunday.
For you,
I think
Rob.
they've let
Good
go
for
of that.
you.
Well, they said I'd like to see the paperwork on that.
They let go of that like this week.
I know, but I think maybe a little.
No, they still do that.
And
They're
also
still
the fact
way.
that-
They said they're going for they're fighting what? Homelessness?
Okay, good. They're fighting homelessness. Doesn't stop the fact that
No,
they
but
also
that's
screwed up
the-
the parking lot at the Costco in Leesburg either.
That's like, remember when you came to me and said keep it in your pants?
Yeah.
Politically.
Yeah.
You know, we
And you
really
didn't
try
do
to
it.
keep it in your pants.
You didn't do it
politically.
at all. It was the next week.
Well,
And
they've
you're
done
like,
it for the whole.
He's done very
Done it
well.
for the whole administration.
He's done
I mean,
very
I make
well.
an occasional. I could come in here every day. You know
hey,
that.
pound bone.
I could come in here
do
every
you think?
day.
He could do worse.
I could do worse. I could come in
Ringing
here.
praise.
I could come in here every single
You could.
day.
You could.
And
You could.
yesterday, by the way, yesterday is a
Big day, big
that
day.
I spent
Big
some time
day.
watching.
Big day.
And it's just
Isn't it great?
you know.
What a fun show.
Well, no, what it is to me is just, are you kidding me?
Oh, I know.
This is a debate. We're debating this. Yeah, we're debating this because there's truth and then there's
I don't-
BS.
Is it weird that I don't like the shtick?
What shtick?
Like from everyone, from the
Oh, when they try to keep it light.
when they're like, oh, laughing, or I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Excuse me.
Language.
What's going on here?
I just find the whole thing to be. It seems to be that. Well, the very latest today. All right. You know what? Real quick. We'll get back to your sandwich.
Take 5. All right.
Right, Pony?
But the latest breaking news story, if I can say one thing,
Pony loves
and
this.
you know what? This is more comedy. And Pony,
Please.
Matthew,
Yes, sir.
you're gonna love this. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't know. You probably didn't hear it.
His teeth
I
are
heard
showing,
it
Mike.
right
cannot wait.
before airtime, Pony, that the Republican National Committee purchased $100,000 worth of Donald Jr.'s book Triggered to make sure that it got on the New York Times
My God.
Oh
bestseller
my
list.
goodness.
Come
And
on.
I'm just sitting there going,
Jesus.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Come on.
Come on.
And then right? Right? I mean,
good.
and that's
Really?
not- and no one's gonna
Really?
no one's gonna blink. No one is going
Come
to
on.
blink at that because that is what we got.
Why can't we get someone to buy open mic
Here, here.
Yeah.
for 100K? Get us on a list.
Second printing.
Yeah, I say printing.
Nobody,
I always paid back from the beginning.
Nobody on that team will blink.
No.
They won't care.
No.
It will not matter at all.
Why
because
doesn't the list
nothing
put like a
matters.
little asterisk, like steroids, right next
Asterisk.
to it? Right,
Asterisk.
asterisk.
Not
Asterisk.
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 like
There's
risk.
an S. It's a very difficult one. A lot of people have trouble
Okay,
with that
hold-
one, so you're not alone.
But a lot of people say pizza right.
Asterisk. Oh, it hurts my mouth.
Back to your chicken sandwich.
Okay,
I just had
thank
to
you.
throw that funny
Was
in
it
because
spicy or
That made
regular?
me I unhinged my jaw today. Yes, spicy or regular.
So there are 2 varieties, but someone said online that a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is like it was lovingly prepared for you in a
Oh,
restaurant,
look at that.
and that the Popeyes chicken sandwich was made by your mother. And I said, that's nice.
Rude.
I can
Buy
relate to that.
Yeah. Where's my Tom Hanks guy? What do you mean? You didn't buy into that, did you?
Well, you know what? I said, I'm not going to go see the Tom Hanks movie, but I am going to buy this sandwich, so let's see. So,
Okay. But by the way, I mean, and just positive reviews, I'm with you. I'd be there.
Can
I don't know.
I tip in here? And I don't want to read
because
ahead.
you got it a long time
I
ago.
got it. The
On
first
the Friday
weekend.
show after Las Vegas.
first
We
weekend it was
made
out.
it through. Yeah.
Hey!
The first weekend it was out. I got it.
Right?
So I'll give you, but I understand where you're coming from. The hype was so, like, you were excited to eat the sandwich.
So I go
with
through.
all due respect to
Yes.
you, and
Yeah.
you know I love you. You know I do. Okay. With all due respect to you, on this show,
Yes.
you're not the guy I want to hear from on this particular subject. You're just not. Now, listen, I appreciate the pop culture.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that that you want to see the movies when they first come out. That you want to see that, and so you're all over it because it's like you're the guy that would always come in prepared.
Yes.
On the show to talk about the it thing of the day.
Scared of
But
missing
when it
out.
comes,
Yes.
when I got a guy sitting here
ScoMo.
that when it comes to the world of food, a man who in a few days will be diving into the TMOS kitchens
Yes.
to make the Rob Spiewak fruitcakes for our listeners, and a man who I know knows his way around a kitchen. When we're talking about chicken sandwiches, this is the guy I'm going to.
I'm going to step back.
So I flew back from Las Vegas on the red eye, as you know, Sunday into Monday.
Are
Got
you
home.
hangry?
I was because I got about 90 minutes of sleep. Came in, did some stuff here at the village.
Yeah.
Drove home. We have a
We couldn't tell this week.
Really? Thank you. I think we've all done great. So we go home, and there is a Popeyes in Leesburg that I have patronized in the past. And I say, you know what? I'm hungry.
By the way,
enough-
if you want to know what Rob was like when he was holding court at the downtown Grand Hotel, there's a movie that you want to rent.
Oh, good. What is
It's
it?
called Animal House. And with the way Rob positioned his body and the way he looked like in the scene, this is a very obscure reference to
Right.
Animal House, but everybody's seen it. Niedermeyer, when the two frat members are walking by the Omega House,
Yes.
and Niedermeyer is holding court with his cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
That was
Holder,
Rob holding
yeah.
court at the downtown Grand. Yeah,
Precisely.
I'm telling my father. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I actually text my son. I say, would you like a Popeyes chicken sandwich?
look at that.
Because he's had one already. He said, yes, spicy. That's the best one.
Then
So-
the police came.
And then the police came and took me away. So I pull in, and because it's early in the afternoon, there's no line.
Oh, fantastic.
Pull right up to the drive-thru, and I say, 2 spicy chicken sandwiches and 1 regular chicken sandwich, because I can't let it go without comparing them against each other. So I'm going to eat 2. I'm hungry enough for 2.
Yeah.
And so
Do you usually order 2?
probably.
Okay.
Yeah. But today, especially because it's a research project, going to the science fair. The obesity science
There's a little
fair.
dean in there going to the science fair.
Hey, man, we're going to go in. Hey, what's your hypothesis? So,
I've been in that place before. You justify the purchase.
so I go through, and you know what? It's reasonably priced. I think it's under $4.
It's so. I was shocked.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like a much more expensive sandwich. So I get my bag, and I'm in the car. And if you think for a minute I'm waiting to get home to eat this, you are sorely mistaken.
No way.
So I pull forward, and they've got a spray painted spot that says 1 and 2, where they ask you to pull forward when you have to wait. Of course, I didn't have to wait. There was no, so I park in 1 just for a sec.
So you're parking in the waiting area where they
Just to
they
get
have the
situated.
people-
And I pull out the
Okay.
first bag, and it's spicy. It's got the bag, it's like a foil bag. And I actually like the presentation. And it's a foil bag, and it says regular or spicy. It's ticked spicy. I say, aha, I
So
shall
the
eat
foil bag they
spicy.
steal from Chick-fil-A to keep the sandwich hot.
Exactly. And so I take out spicy.
hungry.
And it's wrapped in paper within the bag, almost like I believe In-N-Out Burger does it this way.
Doesn't it feel like a present?
It does.
It does.
It's like
Let me
Santa
see if I've got
Claus.
this straight. They have a foil pouch.
Yes.
And inside the foil pouch is the chicken sandwich. And by the way, disc jockeys across the country, we know we're late to the party. So F you,
no.
F you fat ass
We've been
DJs.
working.
That we've been
Working.
busy,
Yeah.
but that we're getting to
Busy
it, and we'll
bees.
do it better.
So-
all right? And now you're making me want it.
The sandwich is wrapped sort of like 2/3,
Yeah.
you know, like in a
It's ready
wax
to eat.
paper, ready
It's
to
ready
go,
to eat.
like a handle
Kind of
on.
like the old-fashioned burger,
Yes.
where
Yeah,
they wrap
yeah,
the half
yeah.
the sandwich, see, making it immediately able to eat. Oh, that's lovely.
The
I
roll-
want it now.
The roll is great. It is a nice. It feels. They call it a brioche roll, but to me, it tastes more like a potato roll. There's a little bit more heft to it. It's a good roll. The chicken fillet.
We don't have any Popeyes down here.
Really.
Yeah, too diverse.
I would think, well, with your older clientele, the fried chicken people would be catering to
No.
because
The
senior
Chick-
citizens love
Chick-
fried chicken.
Oh, Chick-fil-A at 2:00 in the afternoon, literally around the restaurant.
Sure,
with cars.
sure.
Yeah. So you got the chicken sandwich. You've opened up the spicy.
I look at the actual fillet. It is a nice sized fillet, and here's the deal: it's cooked a little darker than a Chick-fil-A filet is. It's like a little crispier. I think the breading is a little heavier. And so when I bite into it, it has an excellent, excellent crisp. It is really good and very juicy.
Mouthfeel, as they say in the business.
Now, this is the thing. Because it's spicy, it has a small smear of a spicy mayonnaise, like a Cajun mayonnaise, which plays excellent with, I counted 3 dill pickles.
Okay.
And altogether, the presentation is so perfect. And the front burn on the spiciness is exactly right because I didn't even have a beverage. It's just exactly right. The thing is a thing of beauty. And, and it is.
And that's the spicy one.
That's the spicy one. So by the time I get to Route 15, which divides Leesburg in 2, I'm ready to try the regular. And I unwrap that. And that's also good.
Wait, what about sharing a meal with your
By
son?
the time you get to Route 15.
Exactly.
What about sharing a meal with your son?
He gets one when I get home. I was hungry.
Yeah, remember he called his son, said, do you want one? He's getting his spicy and his regular. Is your regular going to make it home after you ate your spicy?
No, as I said, I'm unwrapping it by the time I get to Route 15. That's the crossover.
Because the heroin buzz won't go if you wait, because then if you wait more than like 15, 20 minutes, then you will get that satisfaction feeling of feeling full, which I think is just horrible. And fat people hate that. Well, you got to eat the dozen donuts in the food orgy in the first 10 minutes. You're not going to be able to eat them all.
There's nothing that will slow you down than feeling full. That's just you lose the urgency.
You want to have you want to have the kick.
I didn't want the receptors to tell my brain, "Hey, slow down."
I would feel
slow down.
I would feel guilty not sharing a meal with a family member.
No, you wouldn't. So
like to break bread at the table or something like that?
I'll give you an example. When I order for Shannon or food or anything like that, or even for my
parents.
You
fix her a plate of chicken and grapes?
No, sometimes I'll leave and I'll say, do you want me to pick you up something from Bread Soda or something?
Yes, I'd like some berries and a nut.
She says,
and a Brazil nut.
I would like 3 alfalfa sprouts and a cashew.
She says no. I order anyways. I know that she's just saying no.
Right.
And then I go and I was like, look,
I do that with Carla.
Yeah, we sit down and we eat together.
Not my deal. So I'm at the stoplight.
No, the O'Mara family, I got carry out the other night from the Vietnamese restaurant.
Yes.
And Carla, I said, do you want anything? No, I'm fine. And then I ordered her those lettuce wrapped summer rolls.
Lettuce
that you get at the Vietnamese. And it was met with great satisfaction and love and happiness.
Lovely little Thursday.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, you were saying.
So the mild or the regular is identical save for the sauce. And it still has the same breading on the chicken, which is excellent.
Oh, I thought it was a different breading.
No, I think it's the same breading. To my mouth, it was the same bread. And it was good, but that extra spice is what makes it happen. Mm-hmm. And just to be sure, yesterday on the way home, I stopped in, and now there's a line because it's 5:30. And there was probably a 25-minute wait.
Yeah.
But by the time you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah.
So I'm just listening to a podcast. And
how many did you get?
I just got one.
Oh, look at you.
But I will say that the second indulgence is every bit as good. My initial thought was exactly right. Breading, chicken, spice, pickle, bread, all of it perfect. But here's the big takeaway from yesterday.
Here's the rub.
No, here's the rob. The thing is, I have never ordered a hot apple pie at Popeyes before. Now, do you remember back, Mike, in about 1991, 1992, McDonald's stopped frying their apple pies and started baking them because it was a health concern? Mm-hmm. Guess what? Popeyes is still frying them.
Oh, my God.
That's
and
a beautiful
it's
thing.
sensational.
That is a beautiful thing.
So the pie made it as far as Costco, but not home.
That's wonderful.
So my review of Popeyes, 2 thumbs up. Spicy
it's worth
chicken
the wait.
It was actually worth the wait. It is excellent. And Popeyes,
damn, Daniel,
open on Sunday.
Yeah, they're open on
In
Sunday.
your face, Chick-fil-A.
I just tried to order it from, was it Postmates?
Sure.
Sold out.
Really?
Chicken sandwich sold out.
They can't guarantee it. They cannot guarantee. You have to take this one in your own hands. How about the pie? You try for the pie?
There's a like a chocolate fudge.
I saw they had a chocolate bourbon pie. I don't know about that. I don't fry it.
Has anybody else in this room had the actual sandwich? Maddie, are you a fatty?
No, not that kind.
I'm a foodie, but not a fatty.
Okay, not a fatty.
No cheese on that.
You're not a fast foodie, are you?
No, I haven't
because
had
you just
fast
don't
food
look
in
like you're a
years,
fast foodie.
Years. Like years.
Did you just say you haven't had fast food in years?
Yeah.
You are a 20-something.
I know,
What the
but
hell's wrong?
my palate is too refined.
Well, you grew up in a way where you could just call down to the kitchen
Right.
And they
yeah.
would
Ring the
bring
bell.
it. Yeah, ring the bells. A shark sandwich and a spicy penne.
Gold
Madeline,
silver
Madeline,
spoon.
Madeline, I must
Yes,
ask. So, what is a decadent food moment for you? Like on the weekend, say on Sunday, when my wife likes to eat badly. What is a decadent food experience for you?
I think like a really heavy pasta and like a rich
What was
sauce.
that? What was that hazelnut thing you were trying to sell?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's called the ninsola. So in New York City, there is a Italian kind of market called Italy, and there was also one in Vegas. So I went to the one in Vegas, and it's sectioned off by desserts, pastas, meats, cheeses.
Buffet?
No, it's not a buffet, but it's like a market, but then they have section seating. So it's like
Okay.
a restaurant all in one. And so this dessert that I was talking to everybody about is called the ninsola, and it is like a
Ninsola.
Exactly.
It's such a good thing. What's in Ninsola?
Mike, it's in Steve Wynn's property, the Coronary.
I'm
So-
Steve Wynn.
it's like a layered kind of bomb, and the bottom layer is kind of cakey and chocolatey, and then it's filled with a hazelnut mousse, and then topped with hazelnuts. Then it's all topped in chocolate with an additional chocolate drizzle over it, and you get the crunch from the hazelnuts and the sweet silky
This is
mousse
amazing.
covered in chocolate. It is to die for.
You're a gourmet.
Oh, yeah, she knows her
yeah.
stuff.
Gourmet,
She
it
does.
sounds
Yeah.
I have one thing to say.
Did
let
anyone
the
talk to
record-
you?
You know what? This is important, Rob.
All right, we'll see about
Do you
that.
remember when we went on the corporate retreat? Who
Yes.
brought an entire bucket of Nutella?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
suppose.
Nutella.
Just in case?
Yeah, that's your fatty
Yeah.
moment.
What, in case we
Yeah.
got stuck on the bridge?
Well, I don't know.
Who
Maybe
brought
we were
that? Maddie brought that
I did.
along?
Maybe we were making s'mores. I don't know.
Nutella would be lousy for s'mores. We get all runny.
Well, I ate it in a bowl with a spoon.
So Nutella is a thing for you.
I love you. Chocolate and hazelnut is one of the best combinations.
It really is. I mean, and by the way, it really is just gooey chocolate.
That's
I
all
mean,
it is.
It's
I
fantastic.
mean, do you sense the hazelnut in a jar of Nutella? I never do.
Oh, totally.
I do. I can tell.
Really?
It's yeah. It's got a different. It gives it. What is that? Umami. That
yeah, umami.
umami. It's
Yeah.
got sort of an extra little texture to the flavor.
Umami.
Oh, mommy.
There's a lot of that in Vegas.
Yeah, there is.
Umami. But that's only if you went to Merle's room.
Oh dear.
But it Nutella is a very special thing.
Put it
Have
on
you
vanilla
ever-
ice cream, Mike.
No, see, well, I suppose
Yeah,
it would work.
most
like
excellent.
like hot fat. Can you heat Nutella and?
I don't
and
think you should
make
because
it
of
pourable?
its high oil content. It would probably separate if you heated
Really?
it. Yeah.
Or catch on fire.
But what we do is what are those fabulous thin pretzels that you get at Costco? You know what I mean? Are they snack time? Is that
I know.
What they're
I know what you
called?
mean. They're tiny rods that are very thin. right?
They're little pretzel thins. They're in the shape of a pretzel,
Ooh.
but they're pretzel thin.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like chips.
So-
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Maddie, do you like the chocolate salt combination thing?
Absolutely. Sweet and salty. Gotta have it.
Sweet and salty. An absolute go-to snack, and is a salted caramel. Not salted caramel. What am I talking? I'm back on the Halo top.
Yeah. Baby.
Salty pretzels, those thin pretzels,
Yeah.
and then a little bowl of
A
Nutella,
dollop.
and
Yes.
you dip the Nutella, on the pretzel.
And if you don't have that on hand, a good substitution that's also sweet and salty is a Hershey bar with a slice of ham.
Thank you. What is our running time? I blew it.
We're
again.
at 23 minutes.
Mike,
And
Are
6,000
we really at
talking about
23
food
minutes?
for
Why is
6,000
my
calories.
What is wrong with my clocks today?
what do you mean?
What?
Why are they? You said 23 minutes.
Yeah. Did you not start?
Totally confused. I'm wondering whether there's something wrong with my clocks.
Well, I will say this, that
Yes.
the food conversation sang. Like it blew by.
I started my clock at the same time you do, and it says 10.
Is it moving now?
Yeah.
No, we're 23 in.
16,
Yeah.
17,
Roughly
18,
8,000
19.
calories.
That's right.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. All right, I got to lose weight. Start the goddamn show. Thank you very much.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business. From the entertainment capital of the world.
My family ruined Thanksgiving for me. My first Thanksgiving in the house, I was going to host it. I never hosted Thanksgiving. I was going to have it catered. I wanted it to be done really nice. They said, no, you always take us to restaurants. We're going to cater it for you. We're bringing food. There's 10 of us. My sister brings a 12-pound turkey. Grace did not go the way I would have liked it to. Thank you, God, for the 12-pound turkey. I didn't know they made them that small. It must have got hit by a car. I hope it didn't suffer. Since there are 10 of us, tell me there are 9 more turkeys just like this in the kitchen. Tell me this is like the Cornish game hen of turkeys. And my other sister, the health nut, she brought the vegetables. She brought turnips. People bring stuff to your house. You want to be nice, gracious. How do you like my turnips? I don't think you're supposed to eat these. These suck with butter on them. And nothing sucks with butter on it. Turnips are a horrible vegetable, and they show up during the holidays. What is with the turnip? First of all, you can't cook it. You can't cut it with any knife in the kitchen. You have to bounce it off the concrete for an hour to soften it up. Then you have to boil it for 8 hours. If it's that difficult, the turnip doesn't want to be eaten. Turnips are a root vegetable. They grow in the ground. That means at the beginning of the world, God made the turnip and said, no. It just didn't come out right. Gabriel, try this. Oh, you don't like it either, huh? I was gonna put it on a tree, but you know what? I'll bury it and they won't find it. Yeah, well, some idiot dug it up and brought it to my house for Thanksgiving.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
We're live from the Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, and this is The Boss. We are coming to you from the borough of Hohokus, New Jersey, Barrington, Rhode Island. Well, we're not coming to you from there. We're going to there.
We can come through there.
We're listened to in the borough of Hohokus. Oh, whenever I see that road sign when I'm going up north,
Yeah.
Hohokus. For some reason, it sounds Irish to me.
It does.
But it's not. Hohokus, New Jersey. Barrington, Rhode Island. Not familiar with that town, even though I grew up next door. Mesa, Arizona. Lutherville, Maryland. Know that town. Abilene, Texas. Never been there. Know that, too. Hobart, Australia. I'd love to go to Australia someday, but I'm not sure I will. And we're grateful to everybody around the
Sound
world.
like Shepard Smith. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah. Jenny's new album, I'm Not Having a Job. The show today brought to you by Zappos. Let's
yes.
hear it for Zappos. Woo! They made our 10th anniversary in Las Vegas fantastic. We love them. Our buddy Derek and the Zappos family, they're the best people out there. Great to work with. Great culture at that company. 20 years of the absolute best customer service and a selection that is unmatched. I'm doing my Shep Smith again.
I love it.
Thanks to over 1,000 trusted brand names, Zappos.com is able to help millions of customers create a long-lasting wardrobe that they love. Our partnership is built on listener support. So, whether it's footwear, outerwear, anywhere, basically, if you wear it, get it at Zappos. We just ask that you support us both by accessing Zappos through our website. Just click the banner. As always, Zappos.com provides fast, free shipping, free and easy returns, 24/7 friendly customer service, and a 365-day return policy. Thanks to Zappos.com, Shep Smith and everybody knows there's never been a better time to look your best. Thank you, Zappos. You make us look good.
But I will.
Looking good like Shep Smith, everybody.
Shep, you enjoying retirement?
Man, do I love my retirement. I really, really, really do. Well, we've made it through the week almost.
Almost.
And what a week it was. This, for those of you that have never traveled to Sin City, Lost Wages, Nevada, let me just say, if you are there for over a weekend, over 2 days, if you're there for one more day than
49
2 days,
hours.
you must prepare yourself to deal with the after effects.
Yeah.
Because the adrenaline begins to flow in Las Vegas, and if you're working out there, it's even worse because the adrenaline is flowing 10 times more because you're trying to please everybody, and it's exciting, and there's gambling, and there's by the way, there's a tremendous, you might find this interesting, there's a tremendous amount of sin out there in Las Vegas, Nevada. With the Ubering around that I did, going from my hotel on the Strip to the downtown area of Las Vegas, I got to see a lot. And then driving out to Moondoggies to see Jimmy on
Where
Sunday.
can you put Moondoggies in some sort of geographical perspective? Where is it in the town?
Nope.
Okie doke.
Moving on.
I can't do it because I just don't know where I was.
All right.
I mean, it was closer to my hotel than it was to downtown.
Okay.
But it was out in the flatlands, in the valley.
On a holes in the
sprawl,
desert.
In that sprawl of Las Vegas. And by the way, back when Casino was even filmed, Las Vegas was less travel than it is today. It's one of the fastest growing metropolitan areas in the United States.
It's
and
still surreal,
it's
though,
massive.
because I had to get a ride out to Men's Warehouse to get something for the show. And once you get outside of the general gambling areas, like your Fremont streets of Old Town or on the Strip, and you go
What did you have to get at Men's Warehouse?
I did not pack suspenders.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Of all the places in Las Vegas you could go, Men's Warehouse?
That's where they sell suspenders, Oscar.
I mean,
Well, they sell suspenders in a lot of places.
Yeah.
But I knew they would have them there. And it was close to the place where we were picking up the cake. So anyway.
The only reason your brother and I stop when you do that is because I had to get something for the show. And we just that immediately stops everything because we get curious.
If I don't wear suspenders, my pants fall down, and then it's a very different kind of show.
I would venture to say I saw your pants on Friday night. I didn't think they'd fall down for
they
anything.
were loose.
Oh no, they could have been. Have you ever picked up like a greasy bean and squeezed it and it shoots? That's where the pants were at.
So in other words, once they got below the stomach,
that's right. It would have
they
been
travel in a very fast way down to the
to
ankles.
the moon, Alice, to the moon.
Is there sizes for suspenders?
No, there's one size fit all. Mm-hmm.
Really,
but they are
it's
adjustable.
been a long time since I've worn
Well, I
suspenders.
haven't bought them in years, so it was stupid that I did not pack them. Anyway, you get outside of the touristy areas and you see like a strip mall. The thing that really blew my mind, you'd see like
I could name those suspenders in 3 chicken sandwiches.
That's right, and the buttons were working hard.
Isn't it funny though that he bought suspenders and a cake?
Isn't it funny that you said spenders? Because you don't.
You said spenders.
You have no control of your mouth.
I said it. The gate's too tight.
Guys are gonna make it.
I know it. I know we are.
Finish line.
But you go to like a strip mall and they have like a T-Mobile store and a nail place, and then it just says casino, and it's like in a strip mall. It's so odd.
What I noticed as someone who, within our relationships, has enjoyed a visit to a nightclub featuring gentlemen's entertainment.
Ooh. Yes,
as
of
someone
course.
who within our life, not recently, not in recent memory,
been a while,
but somebody who enjoys the art form, but not really. That might be the one where I'm kind of into the whole age appropriate behavior thing.
Agreed.
And I think really there's not really. I don't want to make people sad because I know so many people will be.
Tony, cheer
but
up.
that is something where that time, I believe, unless you get me full of alcohol, throw me into a cab with a group of guys or something like that, that time has probably passed me by. I remember the guys my age when I was at American University that I'd see in those joints, and I thought it was gross.
Yeah.
I thought it was disgusting. Not that I am not a being that appreciates, men, women getting together.
Form.
I truly do. But I must say that it's unbecoming for a man of my age to be in a joint. So I've shied away from it. And I will tell you something. I still notice them, and I notice them from the outside of the car. And I have never, ever seen more than they're popping up like weeds out there. I've never seen more of them.
May I share something?
Yes, please do.
So I think briefly one of the meet and greets, we met a couple that had gone to one of these clubs for someone's birthday outside of our show.
So many strip joints in Las Vegas. My God.
And
only one Men's Warehouse.
And this this wonderful lady, and she was roughly in her 30s.
Okay.
She was saying that she was a birthday present for her husband, like the trip, and they went to a strip club and they had a good time. And she's saying, they actually let you touch them by the dancers. And I'm like, yeah, they let girls do that all the time. No. They encouraged my husband to touch them. I didn't know you could touch the dancers out here. Now, off the record, Schmosker Fantana knows that that's something that happens. But my wife is looking at me because my friend Schmosker's bachelor party was out there.
Right.
And
I forgot about that.
And let's say that this couple went to the Crazy Horse and they were giving detail of they're beautiful and just over the top. And my wife's looking at me. I was like, We went to Spearmint Rhino. I didn't see that there. I didn't see that there. I didn't see that. We should have gone to Crazy Horse.
There's Crazy Horse. That's the one we drove by. What's it called? The Spearmint
Rhino.
Like one of the famous ones,
10
right?
out of 10.
Take
Really?
a moment and consider that name. It's really disgusting.
So they will let you. They will let you check the produce.
I've heard. Like it's encouraged. Like they're like, oh, you can touch, and I'm like, I mean, Schmosker Fantana was like,
wow.
Well, you know, when I check for melons, I always go by smell.
And my brother's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I feel like this is some sort of sting.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
This is not what I'm used to.
Do they let you do that thing when you're on a pontoon boat? On the pontoon.
Not that I know. Maybe in the back room, Mike. But my friends are so cheap, we never made it back there.
Well, all I know, I mean, there were big. There was one that was the size. It looked like of a whole warehouse building.
Yeah.
That might have been that Spearmint Rhino.
Yeah, the Rhino. What really will get you is when you see the like if maybe Schmosker was like, well, we run out of cash. Maybe he needs to get his own cash now because my friends are cheap.
Sure.
And I went.
You keep saying this.
Yes, because I went back there. A bachelor should never go for cash.
I agree.
I went for cash, and it was like
I went to one years ago when we got tickets to the fights from HBO.
Oh yeah,
when WJFK would be promoting HBO.
HBO
I think
used
the
to treat us
statute of
very-
limitation is over.
yeah,
right?
HBO used to really treat us very well.
And we go out there, and I'm like, well, what's face value? He said, oh wow. Well, what's the? But you could sell them in the lobby. I said, well, what can I sell them for? The guy gives me a number. Like, no.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Well, I watch Oscar De La Hoya on TV.
And it was so easy.
yeah.
You could go into like Caesars, like the forum at Caesars, and just pat your pocket.
So you sold and went to the Rhino
At 11 a.m.
Wow.
That's
Like, not the Rhino. I don't know where we went.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you where we went.
Yeah.
We went. That was our thing.
Yeah.
We were there. We hung out.
That's
that
great.
was it. That was a long.
During the day,
and
is it
that's
the
a
same
long-
caliber of dancer? It's
No,
Entertainment City.
there's not the same volume.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
care
gotcha.
about caliber. I care about
well,
volume,
the caliber,
volume.
the
It's always been
caliber
about
of the
volume.
answer. That's how they got the name of the club.
Yeah.
So,
it was a long day with many alcoholic beverages.
Sure.
I popped for everything. We had all this cash.
Yeah, it was like free money.
Yeah,
It's so
I was
great.
younger.
Yeah.
I was younger. I was more interested in other things than gambling.
$20.
So I mean, it was truly spectacular.
was the ATM fee. I remember that.
It was
You're
amazing.
kidding.
I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
Oh no.
$20.
Boop, 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 boop,
And I
boop.
said,
not much different in a casino.
Really?
To be
Yeah.
honest. Well, no, it's like the $6.95, or more than it should be. They
Yeah.
steal.
double.
They steal.
Steal.
In the end.
And
they
by the
get it
way,
all.
a friend of mine was trying to get an advance on his credit card, and that's an even bigger ripoff.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I
Yeah,
do
he
remember.
reached his limit on his ATM card, and I said, "You really want to pay $69 for that? You really want to do that?" And he looked at him, and he looked at me, and he said, "Yes, I do." Yeah,
I do remember,
Thank you very
Mike,
much.
one trip back, I think it might have been Reno, when we were greeted by our wives at the gate, and both of us had maxed out our card.
Yeah,
And we really looked, we were like, hope you have money for parking, honey.
yeah,
Because
really.
it ain't coming from us.
We get the groceries next week. I don't know how you make it happen. Do something. We'll take a break, and when we come back, I have a funny road rage moment that was directed at me. I didn't direct it at the other person. And driving the beast, as I like to call it, my super deluxe fast car down here in Southwest Florida, where I love everybody. We'll take a break and come right back, everybody.
You asked, and we listened.
Patty.
Now you can listen on Spotify. In our never-ending effort to make it easier for you to access our content, The Mike O'Mara Show can now be streamed on Spotify. Just another platform that gives you full TMOS access. So go grab the show and listen, and spread the word. The more you know, the more we grow. TMOS on Spotify. Grab it.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Joybird. It's time to create furniture that matches your own fearless style. With Joybird's endless options to customize, the days of settling for something that isn't quite you are over. It doesn't matter if you crave muted beige or hot pink. If you can dream it, Joybird can build it. Joybird offers a range of kid and pet-friendly upholstery options so that your creations can stand the test of time and the wrath of your furry friends and toddlers. Plus, free fabric swatch kits are available to let you see and touch all the fabrics, and our free personal design consultants will help you go from inspiration to creation. Quality handcrafted furniture and a 365-day home trial. Skip the furniture store and bring the showroom home. Sit on it, sleep on it, and break it in. If you don't love your Joybird, return it. Create furniture that matches your own fearless style at joybird.com/TMOS. See how Joybird can help you make your dream space a reality today at joybird.com/TMOS. Go to joybird.com/TMOS and receive an exclusive offer for 25% off your first order by using the code TMOS. Now, the Mike O'Mara Show records every day at our home base of Podcast Village in Washington, D.C. Over the last many, many months, Oscar Santana has been very closely involved with a wonderful, wonderful project. And a project that, by the way, I think we need in these times more than anything.
Absolutely.
Right now. He has been involved with the Bush family to create a podcast that is designed around the legacy of the 41st president. And, I think many of us that may not have known much about George H.W. Bush became aware during the funeral services after his passing just how revered the man was.
Yes.
And how many people loved him. And the family, this is a love letter to the president and his wife, Barbara, with a podcast that has launched this week. And I know, Oscar, you wanted to say a few words about it. It's a very, very special project, and I know you're excited about it.
So we've talked about on the show here that this Endeavor Podcast Village and our work with with not just the team here, but with all our clients is really has transformed the way that we produce shows. And this podcast is called All the Best. It's from the George and Barbara Bush Foundation. It's not about politics. It's about a legacy of service, as Mike just said, from George and Barbara Bush. And it's not just a love letter to what we believe, and if I can get political at this point, what we want our presidential office to be, what it can be, what you remember it could have been. But it's about family, and it's not just about their family. I got to tell you that Rob has worked extensively on this project. Pony, Maddie, everyone on the show Mike has touched this program. And to see it come to life, Mike, and to hear it and to see people's reactions, as I would say 2 weeks ago, I was at the Institute for Peace, and I presented the show to the family and the board of the foundation.
I got to interrupt.
Yes.
What was it like to look at the family of two ex-presidents and to hit play and to watch them hear this project come to life? Because we watched it, brick by brick.
Yes.
So I think we were a little jaded to it because we watched it come from ashes into something. They saw it spring fully formed. What was that like?
Thank you for asking that, Mike.
And then I want to get into the nuts and bolts of it. I want to know. I want to tell our listeners what type of show it is.
Yes.
If you can do that at a certain point.
I will. Thank you.
All right.
The presentation was something I was nervous.
Yeah.
Like I had practiced like I would in business school, like how you present something. I remember for the first, we got there at roughly 7 a.m.
Right.
The meeting started at 9. We got there to run.
So he can be on time.
To run through, to run through the
things he cares about.
Right. Please.
I'd go
to run through make sure that all the AV was working perfectly before anybody arrived. And what I did not account for is the people sitting at that table, and this is just I guess you get this with practice, and is that everyone there, whether it was family, friends, assistants, they all knew them. Like I've never met
the common
George,
factor,
Herbert Walker Bush, the 41st president, or the first lady Barbara Bush. I never met, but they all knew them. So when you saw the response to what was a preview of what was coming, and some teared up, it was, you knew you had hit not just a grand slam, but we had created something that was of the caliber and the legacy that they deserved.
Without giving it all away, what type of content is going to be on there? And first of all, is this an audio and video podcast?
It's just audio.
Just audio.
Just audio. You can find it on
So this is very
Apple
similar.
Podcasts.
Look, we have a video element to our show, which is very well received. But we have always felt that we are primarily an audio podcast.
Radio guys.
You know, when you're listening in the car, when you're working out,
there
that's
are
when you
video
listen
elements to the promotion, but this is just primarily audio.
What would people all the best?
Yes.
George and Barbara Bush.
Yes.
What can people expect? What kind of content are they going to hear?
The content is okay, and I'll lay it out this way. Every episode starts with a letter that was written to the family member or the friend.
I didn't realize that, again, because it was never really covered in his
letter
presidency.
from
the
either
41st
George
president
or Barbara
to the
that was sent to someone.
Sent to the person for the subject matter that is at play.
Within his inner circle, George Herbert Walker Bush was known as one of the most prolific letter writers of our time.
A lost art.
Literally a lost art. And people have saved these letters. And the podcast episodes open cold with the recipient reading the letter, the words of the president as written to them. It's really, really special. It's so neat.
And then it goes on, and the person is the subject.
Interview.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I mean, just wonderful, exciting.
We're dealing with history.
And
a true honor. A true honor. And
well, it's great. And how many episodes are available right now?
So right now, 3 episodes have dropped at one time. You have Doro Bush, daughter of the 41st president, sister of the 43rd president, Neil Bush, and we've got Marvin Bush. The 43rd president is in the queue coming up. I have to tell you that, like as I mentioned earlier, it's not political. It's about family. It's about service. It's reflections of what was a different time. And
if I can just jump in.
Beautiful.
And it's not about self.
No.
It's not about self-interest.
It's
really
almost
about
anti-self.
doing for others.
Yes. It really is.
It's anti-self. One of the things that was compelling to me about the 41st president was he was a fierce competitor.
Oh, yeah.
There was nobody more competitive. The whole family was competitive, like these first families of America. Competitive. But he was raised as I was raised by, I maybe you can call it generational.
Maybe.
Where you'd beat the stuffing out of your opponent, but then you'd reach down and you'd help them back up. And you would win with grace.
Yes.
And service was so important because these are guys that, that it meant something. It really, really meant something. And, he walked the walk. And I look forward to hearing this podcast because I think it's really going to be something that is instructive, not only to people that want to look at what certain presidents did and first ladies did, but it's instructive perhaps on how to live one's life. When you want to realize, my mom, who said to me, when you volunteer, you get so much more than you give. It sounds like a simple thing to say, but she lived it. She walked the walk, and it extended her life and improved the quality of her life. And when you're doing that, that's the thing here. What keeps us chugging along doing what we do when we go out to Las Vegas is not partying and going gambling and doing a live silly show, is having conversations with people that say, you got me through a difficult time.
That's what matters.
That's another mile down the road for me every single time I hear that from somebody, because that to me means that the purpose of what I'm doing is giving people something good. That's what it's all about. And I'm 60 years old. I think I've gotten a lot of wisdom over the years. I've made a ton of mistakes, but at the end of the day, that is what you go to bed with. And that's, by the way, when you're blowing spit bubbles and they're standing around your hospital bed, that's the thing that matters most. What you did for others, how you impacted others. And they're all about that. And I know they've been about that, and you've been amazed by this family.
Oh, yeah.
And how they behave.
The grace, the class, the culture. It really, for me, and also a nod for you audiophiles out there, really, when you hear, so Brad Paisley was kind enough to
country artist
sign off and donate the rights for one of his hits for the open of the show. And our boy Rob Spiewak made it sing for an open of a show.
Very sweet. Thank
When
you.
you hear that, we went
awesome.
through multiple iterations where we were dealing with the record label, we were dealing with publishing rights, everything was taken care of. And at the last minute, I would say week before, we're like, this is a little too long right now. We have to make it sing so we can get right into the episode after the letter.
Yeah.
And Rob said, I think I got it. And I walked in and I Mike, when we hear a home run.
Yeah.
Like when you're like, only this guy, this big melon, the mind with a spicy chicken sandwich,
He's very
can
kind.
figure this out.
But how thrilling is it, really just as a DJ, that's, all we are, we're just DJs. When they send you this information, they say, this will give you access to the George Herbert Walker Bush archive. Help yourself to any sound files you need. And I'm like,
oh, I can't wait. And is that the opening or the closing?
Both.
That's the
It's
opening?
both. It's both.
But I mean, they've got
can't
like
wait to hear it.
raw
I
footage.
want to run. I want to stop this show and go hear it right now.
Amazing raw footage of Barbara Bush addressing graduating classes and visiting kids in hospitals and his debates. Oh my God, it's just a wealth of stuff, and to be able to use it and marry it and sort of advance the project. It
Not
was so
political,
thrilling.
by the way.
Not
That's
political
not
at all.
political.
Not at all.
But a lifetime in politics,
Yes,
and someone who fought all the battles in politics and made the mistakes in politics, and did all that, and they're aware of that.
And they talk about him.
Yeah.
They don't. There's no whitewashing here. It really.
You know
is
what
genuine.
I see now with this divisive world we live in?
Yes.
I see a lack of self-awareness. That's what I
100%.
think. That's something.
100%.
That is something that is just constantly a theme, and it's on both sides of the aisle. But you see it a lot, and you see it with people that talk about politics. And that's the thing, that these people had self-awareness. They knew what they owed people. They knew how to do it, and I can't wait. Tell people once again, give it one last plug.
Look,
tell them how to get
if
it.
you're out there,
we want a ton of our listeners to check that out this weekend.
It's All the Best. Type that in. You will see the cover photo. It'll be George and Barbara Bush.
Yep.
It's from the George and Barbara Bush Foundation, and all we ask is that you subscribe, like we have in the past. 5-star review,
which will be easy because you're going to love it.
That really, and do it now because it counts
with their
right
permission,
now.
if you can, over the weekend. Ask them if we could get a clip and maybe play a clip on Monday's show. I'd love to do that.
100%.
I didn't want to do that today, but I did want to promote the show and make sure that it does well. And I'm proud of you guys and proud of everybody at Charlie Burney and Podcast Village and all the best.
It's a thrill.
And it really is.
It's a thrill.
All the best.
So fun.
And man, do we need it. Timing is everything.
Yes.
You can't ask for better timing, and I hope it gets national attention and national publicity for what it is. This project, from the very beginning, when Oscar talked to me about it, just sounds absolutely amazing. So it's All the Best. Check it out, and you can get it everywhere you get podcasts. We will come back after this shining moment. It's time for Carl right back in the gutter.
Nice.
And I'll talk about a guy that looked really like a Hank Williams Jr. doppelganger.
Oh, nice.
Laying some significant road rage on me when we come back on the Mike O'Meara.
TMOS Live 2019 was an unforgettable weekend with 2 great shows, the sights and sounds of Las Vegas, along with plenty of laughs and great times. And as we all settle back into reality, the fans have something they want to say.
This is Brian Hightower from Wichita, Kansas, and I just want to say thank you for a wonderful, fabulous, fine weekend.
I'm Shelley Whaley from Spokane, Washington, and this is the best weekend I've had in 100 years, and I'm only 50.
This is Dirk Bastrick from Spokane, Washington.
Hi.
And I just want to say to everybody out there, if you weren't here, you missed it, baby. Hi, Carla.
Thank you, Mike, Rob, Oscar, Pony, Maddie, and Katie for putting together one sensational weekend for us. Here's to 10 great years. And for 10 more to come.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Meara Show, brought to you by Quip. Quip, the makers of the Quip electric toothbrush, want you to know one simple fact. If you have good habits, you're good. That means to be good. Why am I doing all the commercials like Shepard Smith?
That copy does lend itself to Shep's voice.
That means to be good, you need to brush for 2 minutes. Twice a day. And floss regularly. And that's it. That's all. Quip makes that simple with their electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and anti-cavity toothpaste. Quip's electric brush has sensitive sonic vibrations with a built-in timer and 30-second pulses to guide you to a full clean. And the Quip floss dispenser comes with pre-marked string to help you use the perfect amount every time. Plus, Quip delivers a fresh brush head.
Every time,
it's
Shep?
evolving, isn't it? It's like getting better as
it's so good.
It's so perfect.
Plus, Quip delivers a fresh brush head, floss, and a toothpaste refill to your door every 3 months with free shipping. So your routine is always right, and that makes you good. Join over 3 million healthy mouths to get Quip today, starting at $25. If you go to getquip.com/TMOS right now, you'll get your first refill free.
Free?
That's your first refill free at getquip.com/TMOS. Spelled GETQUIP.com/TMOS. Quip, the good habits company.
Quip.
And we thank you, Quip.
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 Quip. Quip.
Quip. So, I'm going to my breathing doctor yesterday. My CPAP. CPAP, for those of you that are not
healthy,
fat and old and unhealthy, is a machine that when you have sleep apnea and you snore and you stop breathing, that is actually a fact, Jack. And so the snoring will sound something. I'll do that first, and then I'll explain what the CPAP does. So the snoring goes something like this. You're going, and you're. That's what sleep. That is my best description of sleep apnea. Okay?
Perfect. It should be on the Wikipedia
snore,
page. It's great.
Snore, 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 and then stop, and then and it's terrible. It's a scary thing.
You die a few times a night.
The machine has this air that it's a air machine. It just pushes air into your face.
Let me get this straight. It's an air
pushes
machine
air into your
that
face.
pushes air into your face.
Into your face, yeah.
Like an electric fan?
It's got a mask, like an oxygen mask. That's on it.
Or
sometimes
a fighter
it's a nasal thing.
pilot.
Or a
Fighter pilot.
A fighter pilot.
Yeah.
And,
like fat Top Gun.
In the case of mine, it's automatic. So the less you breathe, the more it forces air into your face.
It senses.
Make sense? Hope
Yes.
so. So I got the new one, and the new one's forcing too much air into my face, and it woke me up a bunch of times. So I have to talk to my.
How is it regulated?
That's
what I'm curious about.
When
The
you
Nevada
slow
Gaming
your breathing,
Commission.
when you slow your breathing down, it senses that, and it increases the air pressure coming out of the CPAP machine.
So your new machine,
Yeah.
it's too powerful?
Well, it's not that it's too powerful because it's the same amount of air. It's just set to what the old machine was set to, and that was too hard. So I got to call him and get that done.
What he has is his face machine is a Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
And he's pushing the pedal too hard. He doesn't always need to go 55 miles an hour.
Yes.
He could be nice at 35.
By the way, when I got fitted for this thing yesterday, he said, now, a lot of people like to start with more. They can't even fit. I said, no, I'm not one of those guys. He said, yeah, I noticed your sleep apnea is not that severe. I said, no, it's not, and I don't like the intense air. I just like to have a little bit. I like to have it there if I need it, but I don't want it. I said, well, there was a lady in there the other day. I said, okay, what was she, 800 pounds? Yeah, she was 800 pounds, and she wants it to be because she chooses not to breathe because she's lazy.
Yeah, she was great in Gilbert Grape.
Thank you. Anyway, so I'm on my way there, and I am late. I am late because I love golf so bad that I wanted to take part of my day and hit a few golf balls. I only had a half an hour to do that, and I said I'll improve my speed by throwing them in the back of the car, driving over to Cocoonville, and loading them back in the car, and then I'll be on the road instead of having to come back here and get them, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That's my life. But I'm late. I'm running late, and I get out, and I realized that I'm going in the wrong direction, and I got to make a big box because it was not in the part of town I thought it was in. So I'm on a main drag, and I'm between an HVAC air conditioning truck. I think it was Aztec, which is a company down here. That he's in the right lane, and he's going slow because that's he's in a work truck. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Then to the left of him is it's actually a new SUV. I think it's referred to as the Acura Asshole.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, and it's on the left-hand side. And he is in front of me, and he knows that I'm going fast. I'm not really tailgating, but he sees me coming up on him fast, and you know the move where he is slowing down on purpose.
Of course.
He is slowing down, and I am in a hurry, and I'm like, okay, all right, dude, you want to play that game, you want to have that fun, fine, here I am. So I'm just in back of him, and I'm not tailgating, but I'm realizing he knows that I want to get around him, and he's slowing down on purpose. And it's a dick move, and it's down. You see it down here a lot from old men because they're just angry jerk-offs, okay? They really are. So finally, unbeknownst to me, the HVAC guy has a right turn where I didn't expect it would be a right turn, giving me an opening.
Hey, perfect.
And I use the full force of the Dodge midlife crisis to blast by him, and I go by. So, and then we go up a few, about a half a mile, and there's a light. And I'm going in the left-hand turn lane because I got to get to my place.
Right.
And he comes up, and I hear, ee, and he looks up at me. For those of you that don't have the video podcast, this is nonverbal.
All right.
My window's rolled up and his window's rolled up. And Hank Williams Jr. looks over at me, and he looks at the light, and he goes, the light. and he pantomimes his head back and goes, take a look. You didn't make the light. And I'm just saying.
Who has time for that?
An angry, bitter jerk-off that just wanted to ruin someone else's day.
Subsisting on something that really isn't that disappointing.
But here's the thing. His reaction to me was so unexpected that I thought it was a guy like greeting me, hey, you're going fast.
Yeah.
So my reaction to him, which probably disappointed him, I went, thank you.
Yes, that's the best.
Because I didn't know. I didn't know after.
I didn't know. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I didn't know until after the fact, and then he was on his merry way. That's a quick break. We got to come back, and we got to take.
Like you showed him.
Yeah, I sure did. God,
how's your face?
If you want to know why I DGH, what do you mean my face?
I mean, you got the adjustment yesterday, so was last night better with the face?
You mean the new machine?
Yeah.
It sucked.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more fun and more thrills. Am I a break ahead or something?
No, we're
like
coming
that?
back with Oscar's break.
Okay,
Oscar's break.
Oscar's break, Oscar's take.
Oscar's break.
That's right.
Very good. All right, we'll be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show. We have a Cornerstone next, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, very good. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is internet sensation Toddy Abedje. Do you stare at your computer all day? Well, at least it's better than staring at Santana Moss. Face it, you're addicted. So, if you're staring at your computer anyway, you might as well be staring at the Mike O'Mara Show YouTube page. Just go to youtube.com/Mike O'Mara Show and click the bell to subscribe to our page. Now, you can see Mike make fun of Rob's big head or laugh at Oscar while he gets his head shaved. So hit up the TMOS YouTube page and watch all of the episodes that your computer-loving mind desires. Or just throw your computer out the window. Because if you're not watching us on YouTube, you're not using your computer for the right things anyway. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Cornerstone. I have talked to you about the golden period that they talk about at Cornerstone, where the interest rates, mortgage rates, are below 4%. And at the same time, the unemployment rate is also below 4%, and that's a golden period. And I have decided to take advantage of my friends at Cornerstone and get some help. I would like to say hi to not Joel Rogers, but Joe Rogers down there at Cornerstone. Yes. I would like to say hi to my point person at Cornerstone, Joanna, who is working her way through my situation right now.
Came to the show on Saturday.
Yeah, had a blast.
And realizing that my number one answer to questions she asked me is, I don't know.
Is
and
there a senior executive
They're
suite?
so patient.
I really don't know. She's got to be patient with me. Do you know this? Do you know this? Do you know this term? No, I don't. And she is phenomenal, and she's going to do the work for me, and I'm very, very happy. And they're great. Cornerstone is the best to take advantage of the golden period right now, where you can get a refi, you can get a mortgage. They are your financial people to deal with. Rates are at record lows, and with Cornerstone's offer to meet or beat any competitor, this golden period is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Call my friend Mark Livingstone at Cornerstone First Financial. Joe Rogers is nice, too. 202-625-1221. And check the web at cornerstonefirst.com. Cornerstone First Financial, finally, your boy has an opportunity to deal with these great people, and they are so pleasant to deal with, and they make it easy, and they're doing it for me. They've already helped me a lot.
So Mike calls me, and this is like, was that service with a smile, Mike?
Yeah, Oscar. Bing, bang, boom.
I
Oscar
walked
makes
downstairs.
The call. Pow.
I walked downstairs. I said, and Mark had just walked out.
Yeah.
And I said, Joe, Mr. O'Mara might be in the market. And he said, I'll pass this to Mark so Mark can handle it directly. I said, no. He's expecting a call right now.
Right now.
Well, he sent me over to Joanna. And,
you're good to go.
It's good stuff.
They're all great people down there. Love
very,
them.
Very exciting about it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time for Oscar's Take.
Oscar's Take.
A review and comment on the news of the day is only. We never got to your thing. Is that okay?
We can do it in the
today?
bonus.
All right. Oh, we'll do it in the bonus, or we can do it Monday.
Oh,
anytime. Ready to go.
The American Farm Bureau's Federation just pulled out its annual study on how much it should cost to serve Thanksgiving dinner, Oscar.
Oh, Oscar's
And
Take.
I'd like to know what stores they're shopping at. According to the study, it should only cost you $48.91 to serve 10 people at Thanksgiving. That's up a whopping 1 cent from last year. So what can you buy for that money? Their dinner includes a 16-pound turkey, stuffing, sweet potatoes, rolls with butter, peas, cranberries, a veggie tray, pumpkin pie with whipped cream, milk, and coffee. If you want to add ham, russet potatoes, and green beans to your dinner, that adds another $13.41 to the overall cost, taking your dinner up to $62.32.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Uncle Bill. Another glass of milk.
Gentlemen, this is fake news.
Bill Sheehan.
Fake news. I don't know if we were lucky or my mom just made it happen, but I remember going to Giant with her.
Yeah.
And that, we were lucky if we walked out of there with, I would say, less than $150, but more than $100. And Thanksgiving, I think every year becomes more expensive. If you get desserts alone.
Yeah.
To get 2 pies, forget about it.
Yeah.
You're near with a $30 price point at the moment. And if you don't reserve your turkey or your honey baked ham, it's over.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're also pricing some sort of generic frozen turkey that's 29 cents a pound that tastes garbagey. You need
and
to go,
if you want a
gotta go
specialty
fresh.
item, as I've found, if you want a specialty item, a really specialty item online to order it, you got to go through hoops and pay extra for that now. Of
course.
And
which is expecting us. That's how much it's costing us to get our Popeyes chicken sandwich.
and for my mom, who loves to say el pavo, el pavo, el pavo, el pavo, el pavo, el pavo, which is the turkey. She was. That's
what is turkey in Spanish?
El pavo.
El pavo.
That
El
means
pavo.
The turkey.
Yeah, the turkey. The turkey. El pavo, el pavo. That's all you hear.
More milk, Mike.
And then she tells you when you wake up roughly 9 a.m.
Yeah, that's when the parade starts.
That she says, el pavo, el pavo, el pavo, el pavo, el pavo, el pavo. Because she's reminded that she woke up at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. to start
deal with the
el
bird.
pavo. Yes.
Right.
By the way, there's a lot of people that'll be cooking for the first time. If you have bought a frozen turkey and it's not in your refrigerator by tomorrow night, you're screwed. Don't forget to thaw your turkey.
Thaw your turkey.
Thaw your turkey. El pavo.
Thaw your el pavo. Then the musicians arrive at Oscar's Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Well, the musician singular, El Kabong. Just wanted to say.
What is this big guitar? This big Los Lobos guitar?
You're listening to Oscar's
Take El Pavo.
Oscar, the sad news for you and a lot of people around the country.
Sad.
The Victoria's Secret fashion show is no more. At least not this year.
Someone check on my father.
It doesn't sound like it's coming back anytime soon. Victoria's Secret's parent company. By the way, this is my HBS photo impression.
Please.
Okay.
You just heard the news.
Yeah,
Sorry
exactly.
about that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not coming back. The show has generated controversy over the past few years for being sexist, anti-feminist. It didn't help that last year it brought in the lowest ratings since it started airing on TV in 2001. I never watched it, and I would watch it if I knew where it was. They didn't promote it the right way.
Well, I didn't
right?
watch it when I stopped competing. That's what ruined it for me.
Yeah, you looked great with those angel wings. Though.
Thank you very much. The fog.
Very
Look,
or milk.
As far as the, I guess, the lure of Victoria's Secret overall, I think and this is not because I'm sexist or I'm getting older. I feel like that taboo-ness of having a lingerie show on I would say network television has completely fallen off. It's not a big deal.
You're right.
Not a big deal.
Lingerie is lingerie. If you want to find it, you want to buy it, you get it. But it's not like, oh my God, I can't believe it's on television.
Yeah.
It's over.
Right. I would have an idea that would improve that.
What's that?
Which is that?
I'll discuss it in the bonus show because I can't do it here.
Perfect.
You're listening to
Oscar's Take.
It's funny. I won't forget it either. A new survey found the average person can only go 3 hours and 54 minutes with their family before they need a break. And only 25% of us can be with them for long stretches of time without going nuts. 95% of people, Oscar, did agree, though, that spending time with family around the holidays is important to them. Here are 5 more stats. 40% of people who are staying with family this year said it's stressful. The top reasons we stay with family are to spend quality time with them because we enjoy it and because it's cheaper or more convenient than a hotel. 30% said they'd enjoy the holidays more if they didn't stay with family, and they'd all get along better too. 22% said they worked for a radio information service that decided if they put out surveys with percentages, they didn't have to write any material because they're lazy fucks.
And they wrote it in February.
The venue is everything, people. The venue is everything. Everybody's coming to Thanksgiving for the Santana family Thanksgiving, and that's from Los Angeles and Boston. The whole clan's coming in.
How many warm bodies?
I would say roughly 12.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
We're all looking forward to Christmas because Thanksgiving is going to be tight. Christmas is going to be in Los Angeles. At my sister's house.
It's Oscar Santana's Christmas in Los Angeles.
Tennis courts.
Yeah.
And I said, should we move Thanksgiving to your house in Los Angeles? And she said, it's not ready yet. And I said, I'll go and sleep on the floor.
Sleep on the tennis court.
I'll sleep on a tennis court, a net, anything. So what I know is going to happen, and this is a sad, is everybody said, let's go to Georgetown. And then they're all going to come in the house. And
What is your sister's husband's name again?
Costa.
So will you please tell those kids, it's time to settle.
Yeah.
All right? It's time to settle down. All right?
Agreed.
I mean, really, how many times can we go, Orlando, Beverly Hills, Orlando? Come on now.
I have a mnemonic device to remember his brother-in-law's name.
What's that?
His house costs a lot.
Costa.
And my niece will walk in and look at my house and say, why is your house so small?
I'll say, where's the rest of it?
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
And you say, thank you, Regita. You're listening to Oscar's Take, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what's the deal, Oscar, with Pete Davidson? We all want to know. In the new issue, this makes me want to barf. In the new issue of Paper Magazine, he said, quote, when I'm in a relationship, I treat the person I'm with like a princess. I try and go as above and beyond as possible because that's what you're supposed to do. If you're in a relationship with someone, you're just supposed to make that person feel as special as possible. He added, quote, I love licking faces. They tried to ask him about Ariana Grande, but he said he's not interested in making public statements about his relationships, and all he would say was, quote, I hope she's well. I hope she's very, very happy. Okay,
Mike,
Pete.
I'm in love, and I'm happy to be alive with my beautiful wife, and we're all lucky. We're all lucky in this room. We've all outkicked our coverage. If I was dating Ariana Grande and then subsequently Kate Beckinsale, I'd love licking faces as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
Thank you.
He's better than Kyle Mooney.
Yeah, that's true. He is. And now finally on Oscar's Take.
Oscar's Take.
Horny middle-aged women in the UK, desperate to find their dream person, are forking out up to £15,000 for their own customized sex dolls. Both homosexual and heterosexual women, some of whom are married and have kids, are among a new wave of customers enjoying the sex robots. Sex robot. That's according to the industry. Phil Bass, hello. He's managing director of the Dollhouse, one of UK's most popular sex doll retailers. He says, there was a flourish when I started the business, but then there was a lull after around 1 year or so. Then it became popular again, and now what I've come across is a lot of female interest, especially this past year. It's not the stereotypical lonely old man anymore as such. They only make up around 10% of me customers. Now, I would say around a quarter of me customers are women who want a female doll. That's the last story on Oscar's Take.
Oscar's Take.
Who's the gentleman we had on bonus show?
Wasn't it Malibu Island Beauties, something like that?
Wasn't it?
He
knew
could
right
come back
away.
again.
Yeah.
He'd
Anytime,
come back
buddy.
again. I'd have him back on. See if he's made any new improvements on it.
Yeah. Like 2020 models.
That's right. We want to make sure we are at the front of technology.
I used to be freaked out by these dolls and these robots.
Yeah.
And then we had that gentleman from Malibu.
I'm going to get the right name because I don't think I got it right.
Paradise. It's something Paradise.
Something. It's very nice, whatever it is.
Paradise Nights.
Paradise Island.
I think it does have to do with island.
Right? As Rob looks at, I will take.
Hey, this is nice. I just opened Instagram and it says, did you just try to log in from Niagpik Jayatagnia, Indonesia? No, this wasn't me.
You've been hacked.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Let me say this. Sorry. These dolls were completely foreign to me. They were something weird. I would judge people if they had them. We used to call them real dolls. And then that gentleman came in and that beauty sat on my lap and I said, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I could see in a pinch if you're like the ponies of the world. Like this is what you need. This is companionship.
Yeah, ladies need them too.
Yeah, God bless. God bless.
In the UK. Hello. All right, that's Oscar's Take, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, it's the final audio vault of the weekend right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. Hey.
Hey, how's it going, my TMOS friends? This is your boy Tomo. You probably haven't heard from me in a while because I've been deplatformed. I've been censored. Yeah, that's what happens when you love this country. They just cancel culture you. Well, the good news is TMOS is still spreading the message that the mainstream media wants to hear. Today's show is brought to you by foodprepper.darknet. They may have deplatformed us, but you still need to eat. All right. Well, if you need me, I'll be down in Florida in my bunker.
Thank you, Todd. How interesting.
It is odd.
That's Todd's alter ego. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by our bonus packages. The weekend is here. Just look at your calendar, jackass. You'll see I'm right. We must. Why must you question me about facts?
God.
What you going to do? Apple picking, croquet, visit the ex, or maybe stay at home and smell your fingers? Wrong. Even if you have a French bulldog. What you need is a distraction. So lose the PJs. Put on some jeans and a pair of hard shoes and shove in your earbuds and crank up the TMOS bonus show.
Do it.
It's a commercial-free, no-holds-barred 6th episode of TMOS. We want you to enjoy it. Walk among the living and laugh. Get it all. Makes a wonderful holiday gift. The TMOS bonus show brought to you by Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. Conveniently and formally located at the intersection of Lee Highway and Nutley Street, it's an wait a minute.
What?
A-T apostrophe S F and C.
Yeah,
What is that?
A-T and F.
Oh, A-T's F and C.
Yeah, I'm keeping it hip.
That's like Arthur Treacher's
Fish and Chips. That's how
you
the
were in
kids
your
will do
own
it.
little world there.
Yeah, okay.
A-T's, Jesus Christ.
Just keeping it
It's
hip,
a
Mike.
great stop at lunchtime, dinner time, anytime. Because food tastes better when its mascot is Merv Griffin's sidekick. Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, down to 7 locations as of 2019. Stop in, dine, and then shit your brains out. Now back to Make Me Laugh, starring Bobby Van, already in progress. Yes, sir. And now let's open up the audio vault. Come on, get over here. That's what you want to do.
Come on.
There, now hit the thing.
There you go.
Thank you. Rob Spiewak, audio vault.
Chips or French fries? That's crazy, right?
It's craziness. Are you crazy?
Arthur
huh? Crazy?
Treacher? God, how about
yeah,
that?
Really. AT's F and C.
F and C, man.
Right, yes.
Do they have a chicken sandwich there?
No.
Oh.
I can answer that with definitiveness.
Regular.
Been a while, Mike, since we've had a Mike O'Mara Show 911 call of the week. This one is from Canada. And this lady needs a ride real bad. So she calls 911.
I'm supposed to have a trip to Union Station. The ride that was supposed to show up for me this morning did not. And I don't know how you guys work with services in terms of that, because I'm in a taxi right now, but it's not going to get me to the station on time for my train to board at 9:45.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you're in a taxi cab and you think you're going to be late for your train ride at Union Station?
Yeah.
And so what would you like an officer to do?
Do you guys offer emergency ride services?
An emergency ride service.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't know how you guys operate.
Well, I can assure you we don't do that.
My apologies.
Okay, so you can call a cab or get in the cab and go to your appointment. Okay? You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye.
I don't know how you handle those emergency rides where a cop picks you up and turns on the siren and gets you to the train.
Get me to the train on time.
How does that work?
God. I just sometimes I just don't get it.
I know.
Where have they lived? Have they ever, you know what I mean? Yeah. How would they know? I mean, I don't get
I
it.
love that the way she plays it. I don't know how you work this.
Yeah.
But I need a cop to drive me to my train.
By the way, kudos to me at the end of this long week, after the long week before, where I give a nice Charlie and Harrigan comment like, I just don't get it.
Well, Charlie is 50. I'm 49.
Herb Harrigan.
Mike, I hope you brought some explosives because it's the first Christmas parody record of the holiday season.
Ooh.
Getting ready for Black Friday.
Malls for a Black Friday score. Fa la 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 la. Doorbusters, you'll bust a jaw for. Fa la 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 la.
It was called Wreck the Malls.
Oh.
Funny, right?
No one's going to a mall anymore.
Okay, you're right.
Was it a DJ or was it somebody just on a service?
I think it trickled to me through the service.
Was it a service? Could it have been a service that actually gives a lot of surveys?
They do a lot of survey percentages.
Do you think it was that service?
Like 32% thought it was funny.
Guaranteed.
But you see, Oscar brings up a good point. A lot of people are now shopping virtually via the internet. And there is a wonderful sale that you should know about for the Black Friday coming up.
Ooh.
This is a gift that I think most anyone would like.
Choosing the right companion is essential. Someone who's there with you every step of the way to share the good moments and to give you a hand in the bad ones. Because with us, you know that at the end of the day, there will always be a familiar face waiting to take care of you. So you can take care of yourself. Pornhub Life Plan, the premium membership that lasts forever.
This Black Friday, you can buy a lifetime Pornhub membership for $300.
Won't do
Oscar?
it. Won't do it.
$300 and you're done.
No, it's not healthy.
All right.
Yeah.
I won't do it until they start
I'm
spelling.
past it.
They got to spell hub with 2 B's.
Now, Pony,
Then I'm in.
get on it.
Yeah,
Pony, what do you think?
Oh, that's way too much money. Jesus.
Yeah, but imagine that. I mean, all the way like into your 70s.
He just
Yeah,
winked,
we'll find it for free.
he just winked at music.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
That's right. I've never seen an icon worn out on a computer screen, but the one that says anime, it's just done.
Gross.
And I close with this classic tape.
Hentai, get it right.
This is a warning. This is a warning, folks. Christmas trees are going to be really expensive this year because
it's true. This is true.
We've had 2 dry summers on the East Coast, and Pennsylvania and North Carolina are the 2 biggest states for growing Christmas trees. So if you've ever been on the bubble about going artificial, this might be the year to do it because they're going to be really expensive. But remember, you can always get a good deal if you hold the line.
Christmas only comes once a year. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, well, how much?
I'll knock off $2 because I can see you're a man who knows his trees.
This isn't one of those trees that all the needles falls off, is it?
No, that's Sim Balsams.
You know, Zudolph just found one of those brand new green plastic trees. Darn thing looks like it was made out of green pipe cleaners.
I'll throw in some rope and tie it to your car for you.
You got a deal.
Aw, fudge. That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great weekend, everybody.
That's what Ralphie does on the way home after they got the tree, right?
Yeah. Put the nuts in the hubcap, Ralphie. Oh, fudge. But I didn't say fudge.
Oh, you might knock that one out soon.
Yes.
Anyway, that's it. We got to get out of here. Thank you again for a wonderful week and a wonderful last weekend in Las Vegas.
Woo!
We appreciate that. Stay tuned for TMOS 2020. You never know when we're going to make that announcement. Yeah, very excited.
We're bringing
anyway,
in Hugh Downs for that, right?
Yeah, next up, fruitcake. Yeah, make sure you look at your mailbox. We can't sell them anymore. I don't know what's going on. Let's enjoy them. What? All right, thank you. We got to get out of here. For Oscar Santana and Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara saying goodbye.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank God it's Friday!
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
I'm afraid we have a bad image, sir. Market research shows people see you as something of an ogre.
If you want to throw down in fisticuffs, fine. I've got Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary waiting for you, right here.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!